genius at work. World snooker champion, John Higgins.
Hello, welcome to tonight's edition of Snooker Live. So this final is beautifully set up for the second session. Ronnie O'Sullivan leads 5 frames to 3. I'm joined by Phil Yates, writer for The Times, commentator for Eurosport and Sky Sports. Phil, you're a massive expert on the game. How crucial was it for Mark Selby when Ronnie was 3-0 up to maintain his focus, to come out, get some frames on the board and prove that the fatigue from last night is not going to stop him giving Ronnie a massive, massive challenge?
Well, how crucial was it? I think we need to ask Sean Murphy and Barry Hawkins, because we know what Ronnie can do when he gets well ahead. He can blow people apart. I think it was one of those sessions that was quite strange in the end, because I think both players will have left it feeling quite happy. O'Sullivan obviously was 3-0 ahead, but at 4-3, had he gone into the second session on level terms, that would have been a major disappointment. So winning the closing frame of the afternoon was a big boost for him. But I think overall, only being 5-3 down for Selby after being 3-0 adrift was also a boost for him.
And what's your assessment of Mark Selby's chances overall? Because a lot of people in the crowd and a lot of experts would say Ronnie is still the overwhelming favourite here. But Selby's proven in the past that A, he's not intimidated by Ronnie, and B, that he can on occasion come back in major finals.
Well, Ronnie O'Sullivan is a phenomenal frontrunner, and yet Selby has beaten him twice, first at the Welsh Open and also at the Masters, from well behind, with O'Sullivan on the verge of victory. Now that will stick maybe in the Rockets' mind. I think O'Sullivan has to be regarded as the favourite, of course he must be, but he's not an overwhelming favourite, and he's one of those players, you know, who admires just a handful of players, but respects a lot more. And I think Mark Selby is one of those players he respects highly because of their past history, and he knows what he's capable of.
The great thing about Mark Selby is the fact that he does tend to play with a smile on his face, but also he has this incredible ability to not collapse under huge pressure moments.
That's right, you know, that's the great thing about this final. Whoever wins, snooker is going to be the winner, because obviously Ronnie O'Sullivan is Mr. Box Office. There's no getting away from that. But if Mark Selby were to win the title, he's the consummate professional and one of the great ambassadors for the game. So I think going forward, the game itself is going to be a big winner because of who wins the championship here tomorrow.
OK, we're going into this second session. Ronnie has a 2-frame advantage. If he were to get on a bit of a roll this evening, and if Mark begins to show a few signs of fatigue later on tonight as a result of having to stay up so late against Neil Robertson last night, what's the widest advantage you think O'Sullivan could have for Selby to still have a realistic chance of winning the title tomorrow?
Maybe 10-6, I think he could come back from that. I think it was 11-5, you know, which means if O'Sullivan wins the next session 6-2, coming back from 11-5 down against anyone is a tall order. Against O'Sullivan, I think it would be impossible. But at 10-6, with Selby's fighting qualities, I wouldn't put it past him.
Well, we're in for a fantastic evening. Thanks for your time, Phil. So, Ronnie O'Sullivan against Mark Selby. Part 2 of the drama is about to get underway. Don't miss a single second. This year's Dafabet World Championship final is living up to every bit of its pre-match billing. See you again very soon.
Genius at work. World snooker champion, John Higgins.